Well, you may have heard of Caroline Cossey. She's the British model who goes by the name Tula. Well, now she wants to get married, but she's run into a bit of trouble. The problem is, Cossey used to be a man, and now she wants to marry one, and that would be illegal in Britain. But Cossey's fiancé is Canadian, so the couple hope to get married next summer in Montreal. Nancy Durham reports from London.
This is Caroline Cossey, the cover girl. And this is Caroline Cossey when she was a little boy, and her name was Barry. But the way Caroline sees it, she never really was a boy.
I was born the way I am. You know, I wasn't created. It's just that I went through so much confusion as a child, and at 13 and 14 having blackouts and what have you, and then going into sort of puberty and the realization that I was different from other boys, I went to various doctors and then to a specialist who specialized in transsexuals, and he advised me that I needed to go, you know, up the path of having surgery to sort of feel complete and that I could be happy.
Caroline's surgery 17 years ago gave her the woman's body she dreamt of and a model's salary of $200,000 a year. No one questioned her femininity. In fact, she modeled for 7 years before the British tabloids made her story public. She even played a Bond girl in a 007 film. It's only the British government that doesn't accept the change.
I'm sort of classified still as a man. I mean, I break the law every day if I use the women's toilet. I mean, I can't really use the men's. I mean, if I committed a crime, I'd be in a men's prison. I can consummate a marriage with a man, but I couldn't. I mean, it's not legal, so it would be annulled.
Cossey wants to consummate a marriage with this man, David Finch, a Montreal engineering student.
When we're together, things are great, and it's just, it was instant chemistry right from the beginning, and things just get better all the time.
David met Caroline last year on a visit to London. When he asked her out, she broke the news of her past and gave him time to think about it.
My reaction was a very negative one. I was very shocked. However, having read her book and running it over in my mind for a while, it changed from negative to being sympathetic. And then when I look back now, I'm shocked at my initial reaction.
There could be as many as 25,000 transsexuals in Britain, most of them making the change from male to female. They endure painful operations, and many of them remarkably make a happy transition. But that depends in part on those around them. Russell Reed is a London psychiatrist who specializes in counseling transsexuals.
I think the problem with transsexuals is that their history is always there, and someone, certainly the family and many of her close friends, are going to know that she's originally been a boy. I think that creates problems in terms of relationships, because of course the partner, the boyfriend, the husband, and his family, what must go through his mind is, am I heterosexual?
But David Finch says he isn't questioning his sexuality or Caroline's.
She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's hard to put into words. I've always had my idea of an ideal woman that I would want to marry, and she fits that bill, but she's so much more.
Cossey has been fighting for 6 years to have her sex changed on her birth certificate. She took her case against Britain to the European Court of Human Rights, and in 1990 finally lost. She says she can't understand why Britain won't recognize her sex change when the British National Health Service paid for it.
I mean, if someone had said, oh, I'm sorry, you know, we don't sort of acknowledge transsexuals and you have to go abroad to sort yourself out, I understand, I've become a citizen elsewhere, but the fact that I'm actually helped medically and then stuck in legal limbo, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, we have double standards here.
The British government will not comment on the case of Caroline Cossey. Cossey says she and her fiancé hope to get married this summer in Montreal. They say Canadian law is on their side, and they've found more than one church that will welcome them. Nancy Durham, CBC News, London.